up the alleged Hunter Biden emails on his business dealings with China, Ukraine, and other countries. So how is Joe Biden preparing for these attacks? Stephanie Rawlings-Blake is a Biden surrogate and the former mayor of Baltimore. She joins us now. Good morning to you. Thanks for being here. So what can you tell us about the preparations Joe Biden is participating in, considering we haven't even seen him on the campaign trail in days now?
Well, first, thank you for having me. And the vice president is doing what any candidate should do, and that is to be prepared to speak to the American people. Biden's not playing catch up, so he has time to actually do the work to make sure that he is going to give the American people what they need to make their decisions in these last days. And I hope that the questions and the focus from the president will be on facts and not suspicion.
Stephanie, you say you would assume that the candidate would be preparing for the debates, but you would also assume that he's campaigning. That's not the case, but it is our understanding that he's preparing for the...
He is campaigning, and he's blessed to have surrogates that are out there campaigning for him. Okay. He's not a one-man show. He's got the former president of the United States out there, and he's got a whole slew of Republicans, including two former RNC chairs that are supporting him. So again, Biden is doing what he should be and what he has the luxury of doing, because he's got a team that is ready and able to fight for the future of this country. And he's not just out there flailing around by himself.
Okay, so one could assume that the president is sharpening his attacks, particularly when it comes to Hunter and Joe Biden's business dealings in China, Ukraine, and other places. How is Joe Biden preparing to respond and defend himself against those attacks, particularly now that Hunter Biden's former business partner is coming forward? These are not anonymous sources, and that we are getting a look at some of these emails that were exchanged.
The way the president is going to prepare is the same way Fox prepared when this bogus story first showed up, which is to turn it down. Because they knew that's news to us. As the FBI says, potentially a Russian conspiracy to interfere with our election. And my hope is that our country will not be led down this road again by Putin and allow Russia to interfere with our election. And my hope is that Fox won't participate in the interference in our election by continuing to perpetuate a bogus story.
When you reference a bogus story that Fox turned down, we have no information of that. When this story surfaced, it was news to us. But that being said, this is the debate that's going to take place on that stage tonight. How does Joe Biden respond, considering we have not seen him answer any questions about it?
He responds by acknowledging, just like the FBI did, that this is a bogus story perpetuated and put out in the fake news network to interfere with the election. These are desperate times. President Trump sees his numbers. Fox News sees the numbers. But I want to assure Fox News and all of your watchers, you'll have advertisers after this election is over. You'll have airtime after this election is over. It will be okay. We'll be able to report on real news without desperately needing.
Okay. What if the question comes up, Stephanie, and final thoughts on this? What if the question comes up, Joe Biden, do you refuse the fact that these were real emails that were exchanged? Was this Hunter Biden's laptop? I hear you calling it a false story. There's no evidence that it's false or made up. But how does Joe Biden respond to that? Will he answer those crucial questions on that debate stage, considering he has said that he never discussed his business dealings with his son Hunter?
I'm sure President Biden is prepared to answer those questions. I'm also sure that your repeated bringing these emails up is, as the FBI said, a possibility or an interest of the Russians to interfere with our election. And I understand, while it seems like an interesting story, I have no interest in helping Russia interfere with our election. They did it in 2016, and we will not have it done again.
Stephanie Rawlings-Blake, we appreciate you coming on. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Some heavy charges there.